Do you ever wonder why you always need an internet connection to play a game, even if it's just a single player game? Well, simply put, it's because you just don't own your game. Confused? Well, let me explain. To prevent piracy, the developers basically set up a virtual bouncer called Digital Rights Management, or DRM for short. This virtual bouncer's job is to make sure the copy of the game you're playing is legit before he lets you in. So that sounds fair, right? Well, the developer gets to maintain their profits from the IP, and you just gotta make sure you have a stable internet connection to play the game, which most people do. Well, technically yes, but technically no, because like all things in this great world, nothing is ever that simple. So let's go over the two main reasons that DRM sucks ass. Alright, so the first reason is it just straight up doesn't work. It is easily bypassed by hackers who have developed various ways to get past the DRM, proving it basically ineffective. It's like a condom, it may stop 99%, but there will always be that 1% that makes it pass. The only difference is that the condom doesn't stop you from enjoying what you're actually trying to do. Oh, and DRM has also a way higher fail rating, with breaches happening all the time. It's a flawed system with a lot of things that is detrimental to the user experience. Let's talk about it. Now, I don't think anyone would have a problem with DRM if it wasn't such a pain in the ass to deal with, but unfortunately it is. Now, there's a whole laundry list of reasons that it sucks for us gamers, but let's start with probably the most annoying one, and that's the always online part. Let's go back to the digital bouncer analogy. For the digital bouncer to be able to do his job, he needs a stable internet connection so he can check to make sure, you ain't a pirate. Which is fine for an online multiplayer game, but not. It's for everything. You could try and play Tetris and nope, you gotta have that online connection for the bouncer to check you. Which is not bad, unless you live in the damn boondocks or something, but that causes one other problem. And that is sure, your internet could be great, you could have the damn NASA internet speed, but that doesn't matter if the game servers are down, which is eventually going to happen, especially if that game doesn't do as well as the publishers wanted it to. Or if Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo servers go down, which we have seen recently with PlayStation went down for like 2 days, no one could play anything, not even their physical copies were saved. Which brings me around to why I say you don't own your games. See, I told you what the title wasn't clickbait. But anyways, that's the problem is, you really don't own your games anymore. You just pay for the license to play the games, but it's not yours anymore. Because as soon as those servers are taken away, that game is no more, which is a huge problem for game preservation. Gone are the days that you could just load up an old game from your childhood, because as soon as those servers are down, that game is no more. We've seen it recently with Xbox 360 and PS3 servers being shut down. All those games on the online store are gone. Most of those that the servers were gone aren't supported anymore. You can't play them. They're also gone. It's honestly sad. But that isn't the only problem. There's a lot of other smaller issues with DRM. It can be very system intensive, with all the processes needed in the background, and can cause slower loading times, and even just worse all-around performance on old systems. There's also compatibility issues, which causes a lot of games not to work on Linux, so that alienates a good portion of users. And the cherry on top is that there's great concern over our privacy because of always monitoring our activity. Some have even been caught doing that even when we're not using the game it's associated with. So overall, the use of DRM is honestly just not great for the users or even for the developers, because most of the time it just doesn't even work. Now, is there a better alternative? From what I can find out, it's probably just going with a more user-friendly DRM system that wouldn't cause most of the problems I mentioned. But for the main problem of the internet connection, they would honestly just have to get rid of the need for the servers and just hope people would rather buy the game than sail the open seas, which could be possible if companies these days were more gamer focused like indie games are. If you want to learn more about how indie games are more player focused than the AAA games nowadays, then click on this video that's on the screen right now. But anyways, thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye.